A lot of people have started asking about when's the next quiz or test. A week from today. All right, next one will be a week from today. All right, and that will end the unit. And then, yes, depending on how people's effort goes between now and then, we'll put on another movie. And then we have one more unit left in the year. All right. Okay, before I get into today's new type of graphs, I wanted to just review with you what we just did last 2 days. I really believe that when you guys see an equation, without even typing it into Desmos, you should know what it looks like. So up on the board right now, I have 4 different equations. Anytime you have a number with cosine and sine only, a number with cosine and sine, that's automatically going to be a circle. Automatically going to be a circle if it's just a number with cosine and sine. You should know where that circle's located on your grid. If it's got cosine with it, it's somewhere on the x-axis. So my first one is 4 cosine, so I at least know it's going to be on the positive side of the x-axis going out to 4. If it's a negative number with cosine, it's got to go to the negative side on the x-axis. I have no idea, well, I do know why, but some of you guys yesterday on your assignment had 2 circles going. No, you should only have one. Only one circle going. And if I change it to sine, now we're on the y-axis. So a positive number with sine will be on the y-axis. Okay. My mic's fine. It's been on. My mic's all good to go. And then if it's negative number with sine, on the bottom. Okay? All right, we're all good. So at least we should know before we start graphing what it looks like. So that's one type of graph, the circle. Are you ready for the new type? All right, take a look at number 1 on day 17. Now you'll notice we're adding and subtracting. Adding and subtracting. Hey, but still, look. You got sine. Guess where this is going to be? Somewhere on the what? Where's our graph going to be? Somewhere on the what if I have a sine? Y-axis. And there's a -5 with it here. So you think it's going to be on the top or the bottom of the y-axis? Bottom. It's not going to be a circle though. All right. So yes, it'll still be on the y-axis on the negative side, but it's not going to be a circle anymore. I'm doing the first one, then I'm calling on one person for every angle measure here. Let's get it started. Get your calculator on, radian mode, and plug in 0 into this equation. 5, I'll do it with you. 5 minus 5 sine 0. So our first R value, 5. So everyone can write R equals 5. First point you're going to graph, 5, 0. And I'm sorry, I can't help you graph points anymore. We've been doing this since the beginning of the unit now, and it's day 17. So we start at 0, 5 units out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's your first point of this graph, everyone. All right, you guys ready? I'm going to start calling on people. Pi over 6. Round to the nearest 10th if you have to. Round to the nearest 10th if you need to. R is equal to what when you plug in pi over 6 now? Pi over 6. Key in, here we go. Pi over 6, rounded to the nearest 10th. What's your R value?
2.5.
2.5, I like it. Okay, so everyone go to pi over 6. 2.5. 1, 2.5. There you go. Now this won't be a circle. I'm probably going to recommend connecting them as you go. But you can wait to the end. But you make sure you have to connect the points in the order we plot them. In the order we plot them. All right? So if you want to do it at the end, you can. You just got to remember what order you plotted everything. Pi over 3. Let's go. Pi over 3. Next one up. Round to the nearest tenth. Pi over 3. What do we got? 12. Dan, when you're ready, R equals, I don't know if we got the sound figured out.
Yeah.
Okay. R equals what at pi over 3?
Thank you. I'll get that so wrong. Wouldn't it be 4.3?
I don't know where you got your calculator in front of you, right?
Yeah.
It's in degree mode, right?
Oh, it's in radians.
Sorry, that's my fault. Should be in radian mode. So you got 5 minus 5 sine, and then you plug in pi over 3 into that parenthesis.
Oh wait, I forgot to hit the thing. I just did pi 3. All right, so it's 0.7.
Yep. So 0.7 for your R value, everybody. 0.7 pi over 3. All right, no big deal. You're just a little bit before 1. So go to pi over 3. We're going to a little bit before 1, right there. Need to make that a little, there you go. I'm not going to mess with it anymore. So there's the next one. There you go. All right, let's keep going. Pi over 2, no rounding needed. Pi over 2. Colin, pi over 2. What do you got for your R value? I think Colin's with us today.
0.
There we go. Thank you, sir. 0. All right, if anything, it has an R value of 0. It's back at the center, back at the pole, we would call it. So there you go, back at the center. Keep connecting. All right, how about 2 pi over 3 now? 2 pi over 3. Caroline, when you're ready, nearest tenth.
0.7.
0.7 again, good. None of these have been negative yet, none of them. So we shouldn't have to go on the opposite side of the angle. So 2 pi over 3, 0.7. I'm not going opposite yet. Don't need to. All right, 5 pi over 6. 7 will, 5 pi over 6 to the nearest 10.
2.5.
Yep. Still not negative. Keep graphing. Where's 5 pi over 6 and then 2.5? 1, 2.5 right here. Keep connecting. Pi. 12, Dan, going back to you when you plug in pi now.
Five.
Yep, out to 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, right out there. All right, keep trucking, everyone. 7 pi over 6. Ella, 7 pi over 6. Bail on us? What's the deal there? That's not A day. That's not A day right there.
Our computer crashed.
I'm sure it did. Yep. Kian, back to you then. 7 pi over 6.
7.5.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5. Look at this. Look at this graph. Look at this beaut. Three pi over 2. Dan, back to you. Here you go. All over this graph. 3 pi over 2 R value.
Ten.
10. Oh, big one here, ladies and gentlemen, huh? 10. All the way down. Any issues so far? One more to finish this bad boy. 5 pi over 3. Let's finish strong. Anna, 5 pi over 3. What do you got for the final point?
9.3.
Yep, about 9.3. Five pi over 3, 9.3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and about 0.3. Right there. And then you just, wherever your final point is, connect it with your initial point. And there it is. I probably didn't do that any justice, but I don't know. Did we do it right or not? Did I graph all the points right? Specifically, I think I found them correctly in the calculator, you guys did, but did we find them? 5 minus R equals 5 minus, what was it? 5 sine theta. Make sure you type in the word theta. Look at that. Looks pretty good, huh, Isaiah? Mm-hmm. Everyone else all right? I didn't probably do it that much justice, but it looks the same. We're good. Don't laugh, gentlemen. Don't laugh. All good? So first, this is not a circle. I do want you to be aware, so maybe you can impress somebody later on what this is called. Other than this is something that I don't have, which is a heart. This is called a limason. How about that? A limason. That's what this type of graph is called that looks like a heart. Limason. All right? So you guys can go and impress anybody you need to later. So anytime you have a number plus or minus with sign, it'll be called a limason, a heart-looking figure. Any questions from you guys at home? Now, we got real lucky on that one. No negative ones, right? No negative R values. No, we won't be so lucky on this next one. All right. Before we even start, where's this graph going to be located? Predictions.
Right side of the x-axis.
Good. Right side of the x-axis. It's cosine, so that's on the x-axis with a positive 4, so it's on the right side of the x-axis. Let's see what this heart looks like. Go ahead, 0 first. Who's up with 0? Now you're doing cosine into your calculator. Who's up first here? What's your R value when you plug in 0? Bassett, start us off. R equals what when you plug in 0?
5.
Yep. R equals 5. So same starting point as the last graph, right? 5, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, there it is. Keep going, everyone. Nearest 10th, pi over 6. When you get it, pi over 6. Mason, pi over 6.
Let me just put it in here.
Sure.
So 1 plus 4. So 8 minutes. Uh, 4.46 or 4.5.
Got it. Yep, I like it. 4.5. Pi over 6, 4.5. 1, 2. There There it is. Okay, pi over 3. I know this is a pain, but I want to make sure we're paying attention here. 7, Will. Pi over 3.
3.
Yep, that's what I got. 3. Pi over 3. There we go. Moving along, pi over 2. Anna, pi over 2.
1.
Yep. I don't think any of us should have any issues yet. All right, now this is where we start getting a little nuts now. 2 pi over 3. Will, back to you. 2 pi over 3.
-1.
All right, here we go, guys. Now I finally got my first negative R value today. And this is, I think, where some of you guys struggle. You got to realize when you have a negative R value, you have to go on the opposite side of the angle. So if you go to 2 pi over 3 right now, you don't graph anything on 2 pi over 3. You go totally 180 degrees opposite. So you should be graphing on 5 pi over 3 instead. So 1, -1 right there. That's where our point should be for this one. That's -1, 2.3, 2 pi over 3. Got to go in the opposite direction. There we go. 5 pi over 6. Hello, Nick.
-2.5.
-2.5. All right, same thing, everyone. Going backwards. I shouldn't say it's not backwards. Going on the opposite side. So everyone go to 5 pi over 6. Go 180 degrees on the other side. Where are we? 11 pi over 6? How's that look? Good talk. -2.5. 1, 2.5. So right there. All right, we're moving. Pi. 11. Liz, what's your R value at pi?
-3.
Thank you. Same thing, everyone. Go on the opposite side. So you should be at 0 plotting this. 1, 2, 3 right here. Whew, look at this. Looks like the old spiral. 7 pi over 6. I think I'm hearing from everybody today. Bassett, back to you. 7 pi over 6.
-2.5.
Yes, sir. So 7 pi over 6, go opposite. Let's see what's opposite. Pi over 6 is opposite. 1, 2.5. Right here. Okay, 2 more. How are we going to finish this graph? 3 pi over 2. Anna, back to you. 3 pi over 2.
1.
Yep, +1, everyone. +1. +1. Don't go opposite. Right there at 3 pi over 2, you're going to graph 1. Yep, we're going to cross here, it looks like. And one more, 5 pi over 3. Anna, last time.
3.
3. Good job. Again, not negative, so make sure at 5 pi over 3, excuse me, I wrote 6, one job. At 5 pi over 3, we're out to 3. 1, 2.
I have a question.
Sure, Caroline.
Wait, maybe I don't.
Okay.
With 7 pi, what are you plotting that's opposite 7 pi over 6, 2.5.
Pi over 6, which was 2.5. Yeah, did I not do that? I thought I did 1,
No,
2.5.
I think I didn't do it.
Okay,
Okay, I think I got it.
good. And then there's our final point. You connect it with your starting point, and there it is. A little bit different Lima-san looking heart, right? But still in that same shape. 1 plus 4 cosine, just to check. If I'm going to ask you guys to do it, I'm going to do it. One plus 4 cosine. And there it is, yep. Little double circles almost. So I think we're good. Anybody have any questions? The only thing I worry about again is when your R value is negative, making sure you're going 180 degrees in the other direction. Before I let you log off, tomorrow everybody is going to do the assignment on Google Classroom. All right, I won't be in class. I'll be downstairs actually doing something else. So if you are remote tomorrow, don't sign on, but you're still responsible for the assignment. If you're in class, the sub's going to tell you to do the assignment and submit it to Google Classroom. All right, so everyone submit the assignment to Google Classroom tomorrow, and it's not going to change. It's still due by 8 o'clock tomorrow, whether you use this time to do it tomorrow or not. You make that choice. You're big boys, big girls. All right? Any questions about tomorrow? So don't sign on because I won't be on. I'll be somewhere else in the building, but it's your assignment still due tomorrow on Google Classroom, even if you're in class. All right? Okay, I'll see you guys on Friday then. Take care.